Agent! The Las Vegas Raiders 2025 preseason is approaching its final stretch, and now is the time when strategic decisions begin to take shape. Under the leadership of renowned Pete Carroll, the Las Vegas team is taking all necessary measures to ensure a successful season. However, there is one constant: the relentless search for reinforcements for a roster that, while talented, still needs key pieces to become unbeatable. As the trade deadline approaches, promising options emerge that could transform this season into a true AFC juggernaut. Now we'll explore 5 potential acquisitions that the Raiders should urgently consider, as any strategic move could be the difference between success or another season of failed attempts. 1. Trey Palmer, Raheem Jarrett. WR, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, explosion in the long pass. The Raiders are running a deep passing offense, and when the passing game is key to success, the need for more explosiveness in the receiving game cannot be ignored. In this regard, both Trey Palmer and Raheem Jarrett are compelling options. Both players, currently with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, possess qualities that could add significant value to the Raiders' experience. Palmer, known for his speed and ability to create separation on the field, fits perfectly with the Raiders' style of play. Jarrett, in his 3rd NFL season, has proven to be an increasingly refined receiver, accumulating excellent numbers throughout his career. The biggest advantage of both, the ability to contribute big plays from deep, a skill that is becoming increasingly essential to the success of the Las Vegas offense. The addition of either of these two players would give the Raiders greater depth at receiver. Competition would be healthy, with existing players like Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers able to focus on a more technical and diverse style of play. Imagine having the chance to see Palmer or Jarrett competing with current players in a high-level offense. Depth would become a real nightmare for any opposing defense. 2. Dante Stills, DT, Arizona Cardinals, a strength for the defensive line. The Raiders' defensive line, while talented, still has some holes that need to be filled to ensure a solid rhythm against both the run game and the pass rush. With a few injuries hampering the defense, Arizona Cardinals defensive lineman Dante Stills emerged as a crucial option for the Raiders. His agility and quickness fit perfectly with the rhythm philosophy. And, with the Cardinals bolstering their defensive line with Calais Campbell and Dalvin Tomlinson, Stills could be released. This is where the Raiders' potential to capitalize on this situation comes in. Stills has performed well in recent seasons, and adding him to the Las Vegas roster could be the missing piece to further balance the defense. His ability to play both as a pass rusher and as a defensive tackle against the run game would make him a useful addition to the Raiders' defensive tackle rotation. 3. Joshua Williams, CB, Kansas City Chiefs, a necessary addition to the air defense. Now turning our attention to a crucial position for the Raiders: cornerback. The competition for a cornerback spot in Las Vegas is fiercer than ever, and Joshua Williams of the Kansas City Chiefs could be the answer. Williams is in contention for one of the Chiefs' last starting cornerback spots, and with the addition of Christian Fulton, his position on the depth chart has been threatened. For the Raiders, this could represent an opportunity to acquire a talented player who still has a lot to offer to the air defense. While Williams hasn't stood out in recent seasons, he has demonstrated quality and stability. His 6'3" height and physical presence are traits that could give the Raiders a significant advantage. And make no mistake, Williams brings with him vast experience and adaptability, which could make him a key asset in improving Las Vegas's passing game. If the passing game is strengthened, Williams could be a key player. 4. Zach Harrison, DL, Atlanta Falcons, an answer to quarterback pressure. The Raiders are eyeing their defensive line, looking for players capable of generating constant pressure on the opposing quarterback. Zach Harrison of the Atlanta Falcons could be a missing addition. The 2023 third-round draft pick has demonstrated impressive ability on the ground, but his results could be crucial to the Raiders' passing pressure. The Las Vegas team is looking for versatile athletes, and Harrison fits that profile perfectly. While the Falcons have several options on their defensive line, Harrison stands out as a solid and constantly evolving defender. His ability to play both on the edge and inside could give the Raiders greater flexibility, helping them develop more varied defensive schemes over time. For the Raiders, adding Harrison to their roster could be a smart move, increasing the pressure on opposing quarterbacks. But while some options are on the radar, the Raiders may have an even better chance of landing a name everyone is watching, and who could transform the defense overnight. And now, Raiders fans, it's time for a potential game changer. The Las Vegas Raiders, led by Pete Carroll, have a rare and crucial opportunity to strengthen their defense and, who knows, finally make the leap to becoming one of the most feared defensive ends in the NFL. The cherry on top, my friends, is the name of Trey Hendrickson, the talented Cincinnati Bengals defensive end who is currently in a contract dispute with your team. If the Raiders can pull off this trade, they could have the player they need to build a respectable defense and, of course, intensify the pressure on opposing quarterbacks in 2025. It's hard to overstate how important this trade would be for the Raiders. The team has long been searching for someone to help Max Crosby dominate the left side of the defensive line. Crosby, while one of the best in the NFL, needs someone alongside him to create constant pressure on the opposing quarterback. And let's be honest, the Raiders' defensive line has never had the consistency to expect from an elite defense. But just imagine, a combination of Crosby and Hendrickson could be utterly devastating. It's no exaggeration to imagine the damage these two players could do together. Max Crosby is already an unstoppable force on the defensive line, constantly harassing opposing quarterbacks. Now, imagine the combination of this pressure machine with Hendrickson, who has a history of being one of the most imposing pass rushers in the league. Together, they form a duo that could literally dismantle AFC offenses. And what makes this possibility even more exciting is the immediate impact Hendrickson has had on the game. We're not just talking about a pass rush boost. We're talking about a player with a refined playing style, a winning mentality, and big moment experience. Hendrickson has already proven capable of leading a defense, and that's exactly what the Raiders need right now: leadership. Someone to not only secure sacks, but inspire the defense to stay strong and consistent throughout the entire 4 quarters. He would bring a physical and psychological presence that could elevate the entire defensive line. Now, with the Raiders' offense finally in sync, with stars like Jacoby Myers and Brock Bowers excelling, the defensive line takes on even greater importance. For the season to be truly competitive, the defense needs to be just as strong, and that's where Hendrickson fits in perfectly. He would bring the stability that the season so desperately needed in putting pressure on the quarterback and would become a constant threat to any NFL offense. What the Raiders do now could define the trajectory of the season for years to come. The options are open, but it's clear that time is against them. The 2025 preseason is coming to an end, and strategic decisions need to be made now. The team's moves during this period will be safe. Every trade, every move will have a profound impact, not only on the 2025 season, but also on the team's identity for years to come. The foundation for the season is already in place. The offense, the key pieces, but the defense, to become a dominant force, still needs this final major addition. Adding Hendrickson would not only improve the defensive line immediately, but also send a clear message to the AFC. The Raiders are ready to compete on equal terms. The Raiders are looking for more than a good season. They're looking for a season of excellence. This is no longer the time to make adjustments or wait for things to happen on their own. The pressure is on the team, and the fans know it. The season needs to take bold steps to put itself on top. Will the Raiders seize this opportunity? The answer to that question will depend on how the season plays out in the coming days. The possibility of acquiring Trey Hendrickson is one of the best opportunities the Las Vegas Raiders have ever had, and now it's up to the team's leadership to make the right decision. They have the power to transform the defensive line and, consequently, the entire fate of the 2025 season. But like any great opportunity, it can disappear in the blink of an eye. Time is running out, and there's no room for hesitation. With the preseason nearing its end, the Raiders have several strategic trade and reinforcement options in mind, such as the potential addition of Trey Hendrickson to strengthen the defensive line alongside Max Crosby, as well as considering players like Trey Palmer, Raheem Jarrett, Dante Stills, Joshua Williams, and Zach Harrison. Which of these moves would be most impactful in taking the Raiders to a higher level of competitiveness in 2025? Leave your opinion here, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later to update you with the latest Raiders news.